Hi guys, my friends Bill and Josh from ExpertSurvival, they tagged me to make a video about making a meal with only an axe, which is a pretty interesting little concept. So today being a real rotter of a day, damp and dark, so what better to cheer up than to make a really nice meal. Only with an axe though, so that'll be interesting. I'm not lately using axes so much in bushcraft. I'm almost totally gone over to machetes. But yeah, chopping wood and so on is really good with an axe as well, and chopping an onion and a garlic maybe not so good, but we will see how that will work. So let's get cracking. So first things first, this is going to be the main character of this movie, and instead of taking some very nice axe with a wooden handle and so on, today I chose a cheap fiskars. They might be cheap, but they really do the job, and they are pretty light as well. So this will be it. I made a little bed for the fire because it's so icy and snowy on the day that there will be a lot of moisture, so just put some sticks there and I'm going to chop some wood. Need a few small bits. This axe has a Scandi grind actually, which I think is really nice for this kind of work. And it's our everyday axe here at the kennel, so I had to put some work in it this morning to get it a bit sharper. Last time I had a bit of problem with the fire piston. Today I brought char cloth and that'll work. Should work. And it does. Now all I have to hope for is that my tinder bundle is not too moist. Right. You really need to be quick with some birch bar here, because this stuff is really too moist. So, I got fire. So, now for the hilarious part. The axe. I use these little boards that we use for making bannock. And, well, I can show you what I've got with me. I got a Crusader mess canteen, which will be my my pan. I got a Crusader cup for boiling some lentils. I got lentils here, the red ones with some stalk block there. I got a few small onions, a carrot, some garlic, a little bit of red wine, and I mixed up some herbs here. This is allspice, ginger, coriander, two what are they called? Juniper berries, and some black pepper. So that will be the spicing for the meat. And as meat I have, well, I will show you that later on. I got a nice piece of reindeer meat and a little bit of salted pork. And that will be part of the casserole. Got some virgin olive oil and a bit of salt and pepper for making, and a bit of cream. So, but first I have to cut some things. And so far so good. So, and I want to do this pretty thin. So that I don't have to cook a long time. The meat will be done really, really fast. Actually, this goes a lot better than I thought. Really thin. Well, that wasn't all that bad. Wafer thin. And I'll be needing some onions. And I want to have parts. Like that. That also works great. Who needs a chef knife? It does feel a bit like I'm completely loopy though, but it works. So next is a few garlic bits, cloves of garlic, I think that's called, yeah. Right. Two of these big ones will do. And I like to do garlic really thin. So that's a challenge right now, but not at all impossible. And now we're going to fix the meat. And what I got here is a piece of reindeer meat. You would call that, the bit of it would be roast beef, but it's a little bit, and that should be done really fast. And a bit of salted pork, that will give a little bit more fat and a bit of salt as well, because the reindeer meat it has a very little water and very little fat, so you will need to have some stuff in there. First I have to try and remove this piece of sinew, or what do you call it? Yeah, fat. I'm going to have to make small thin slices. I think that will be nicest. So that's got the cutting done. So now we're going to the cooking phase of this. I have to say it worked really nice. Much better than I ever thought it would be. Okay. I just wanted to show you this meat. It's a really nice meat. See, reindeer meat, that's really great. So I've been putting some water here on the boil. That will take a while. I don't want my lid on there because it probably will melt from the heat. So next I'll use the Crusader mess tin. Put some oil in there. And start heating that a bit. First in with the onions. You see, I built myself a really nice little stove here. But yeah, you've always got to be pretty careful that it doesn't collapse while you're cooking, of course. Okay, I don't want my onions and stuff to really get brown, just soft, so I have to make sure it doesn't get too hot. And actually I can start putting in the pork. So this is coming along nicely. Man, does that smell good. I have to admit, I had a little bit too much of the ingredients for this little pan. Yeah, like I said, my wife was going to come as well. So I need enough of it. So that it won't start burning now, I'm going to add, first of all, I need my spicing mix. I think that will do. So, and then I will add some red wine. I mean, okay, it might be primitive cooking, but why, if you cannot take the right ingredients? So I have to that smells really nice. So now I have to fix my fire slightly, because I have some not so hot places, like that. Now we'll leave that simmer for a while. This is almost ready. Quite in the smoke here. Going to put a little bit of salt. Not too much. You don't need a lot of salt with reindeer meat. And there was already salt in the pork, so. And a little bit of more pepper. Like that. And then we finish it off with a little bit of cream. So that will be a meal fit for a king. Just stir it a bit. Now we put the lock on it. Let's see how the lentils are doing. Now they're done. I think it really is good, but it's always nice to have another one to check it. There was a bit of this ingredient left, the red wine. That's not bad. I mean, Floyd do that. It's a good habit. So the judge just arrived, the jury. I will first show you it, how it became. And that's looking pretty good to me, but and I got the lentils done. They are probably a bit overcooked, but that doesn't really matter. So, Erika, please be my guest.
Thank you. Do I have to eat this too, or?
No, I think we're allowed to eat with the sport.
Okay, good. Yeah. Well.
I will keep it there.
Yes, thank you. It looks fantastic.
They look a bit mushy, but that's okay.
Yes. It smells fantastic. Mm.
And all that with Max.
Yeah.
It went really nice, actually. Much better than I expected.
Good.
You can't really cut wafer thin with it.
Shall I
Yes.
start?
Yeah, absolutely. That's everybody's waiting for that.
Everybody's waiting for me.
Yep. Okay. Really good.
You did a good job.
Okay, guys. So I have to pass on the tag for this video to 3 other ones, and I have to take my little note for that. But I'm going to pass this on to my good friends Greg from Busycando, Neil from briargoatkilla, and Ron from Joe Two Trees. So guys, let's show us how you make your dinner or your meal with only an axe. I hope you all liked it. I'm going to enjoy this with my wife, and see you all in the next film. Goodbye, guys.